Hey internet, how's it going? You know, I really like this episode in Parasyte because it was the perfect ending to a really good anime. And it's something that when I was looking at it, it was a thing of, for one, the Parasytes, I really like how they wrap that entire thing up. And also, also they do tend to hint that parasites were all over the world. They weren't only in Japan, because they do say something about like reports from America, Italy, and all these other places. The parasite activity there has gone down. So really, when you think about it, it's like with them altering their diet and them like melding in with society, these things are really, they're not that bad per se, but they are very, very, very fucking dangerous. And that is a thing of most of them are just trying to be people, and they're way more civilized and they understand things, which is actually really cool. Also getting into Migi goes away at the end of this episode. Not necessarily like he dies or just or goes off of Shinichi's arm. How my interpretation of it is the fact that he just moved, is that he fell asleep in his arm, and really is sort of like becoming one with that 30% of himself that actually was just that bonded with Shinichi's body. I believe that he's purposely going back to that point at which he was when he was with Goto, when he was purposely just like melded into the body and such. And I think that's pretty much what Migi was trying to get at whenever he was trying to talk to Shinichi in his dreams. The difference is, though, is that this time when like when Shinichi wakes up, he does necessarily remember everything that happened between him and Migi, which does play off a little bit more painful than anything else. But they do like a small little cut to, I think maybe like a year or two later, or pretty much not even like a year. But Shinichi is in college now. Him and Izumi, they're both living their lives pretty much like wonderfully and everything. That is until I forget that killer, the killer prisoner who broke out of jail. I really forgot his name, but apparently now he's over here like hunting Shinichi and trying to ask him a question, which is weird because I'm like, Shinichi is the kind of guy that if you did want to ask him a question, you could have just asked him a question straight up. But really, he takes Izumi hostage, goes up to a roof, kills two people, a student, I believe a teacher and a student who were flirting up on the roof. Oh, that probably might not have been a student. That probably might have just been the secretary. But either way, he does kill them both. And I do find it funny, though, that like when Shinichi finds their dead bodies, he still kind of has that air about him, which is like, it's like he doesn't just freak out or nothing. He just capsulizes them. He sort of just capsizes it all and says, I got work to do. But pretty much the entire conversation, which I'm going to try and summarize, the entire conversation between those two, Shinichi and Mr. Murderer, is the whole thing of the murderer talking about some like, he's human, he kills people, and that's like their normal, that's our base instinct, and he's living off his base instinct. And because Shinichi has bonded with Migi, he is now a monster, and so on and so forth. And just as he's about to retort and tell him that he is a monster, Izumi pretty much stops him and says, "You're not a monster. This guy who kills people is a monster," which is actually pretty true, because not that many people in the world openly want to kill people, or better yet, or have a need to do it. I mean, I know people piss you off to that point, but really nobody's out here trying to like fucking murder people just for the sake of murder. But that is him. But really, though, this episode does go off on a pretty good note, surprisingly, with Mr. Motor throwing Izumi off of the roof, trying to fight Shinichi, and getting a bitch smack for it. Getting a bitch smack so glorious that, like, I think he turned into a whole nother character. I swear, because he had his hat on just like this. Then he got smacked, and then like his whole face changed, and I was like, "Is that a different character?" Some shit like that. But either way, Because of that, Mi comes back for just an instant, saves Izumi, and saves the day. And everything may not be normal, but it's normal enough for Shinichi and Izumi. And I am happy to see them as a couple, and I am really proud of Izumi because she finally got her past that asking that stupid ass question, and she has finally just fucking realized that yes, that is Shinichi. Get that through your head. But either way, that was Parasyte, an anime that I really liked. I know a lot of people I know a lot of people who read the manga they didn't like it, but from somebody who just came, who was just watching the anime, if they do leave out a few things, I really don't have a problem with it. I mean, like, it is really good. So yeah, I do recommend this anime for anybody out there who is coming to this video late and last. But yeah, if you are watching Parasyte, or you do want to get an anime for some of your friends to watch, pick this up, or at least pick this up on the internet and go ahead and watch it. So I'm sorry for making this video 6 minutes, but that is what I got to say about that. What do you think about it? Tell me in the comment section. I'll catch you on the next John Grave show. Please keep watching anime, keep playing video games. I'm out.